All right, time for BGL Season 6, Week 1. Week 1, we're Mile High Express. We're playing against Wisconsin Westbound. So this is already like a championship rematch from last season. So let's just hop right in. Oh boy. Well, it's not a great start because I'm not really feeling ready. Okay, right off the bat. Are those birch trees over there? That would kind of imply this is like relatively north. I don't suppose we can see telephone poles. Like we can't see like a little Wisconsin sticker. Yeah, no, we can't really. We don't have a good look. We don't have a good line of sight on that telephone pole. That's a tree. That's not a telephone pole. Yeah, well, I mean, just the fact that we saw what looked like birch trees over there kind of makes me think relatively north, like maybe Wisconsin or Michigan, maybe. The only other thing that I'm maybe feeling is like maybe part of Tennessee. Dude, I'm not feeling good about this. Wait, can we read that? What does that say? I don't think that's helpful. Dude, I might just go with Michigan. I don't know. I don't really have a great guess for this one. I think Michigan just makes the most sense to me. I don't want to go too far north because if it's not Michigan, it's gonna be south. So I think I'll just put it like smack dab in the middle. Wow. Yeah, I definitely didn't want to go with Maine because if I put it in Maine and I'm wrong, I'm gonna be very wrong. So that wasn't even really in consideration for me. I'll be curious to see how many people got because if these are like the five closest if these are the five closest guesses, I'll be really curious to see what the map looks like for round one. Because I'm sure I'm not alone with completely swinging and missing on that. So not a great start, but on to round two. Hello, Pacific Northwest. I think that was my first vibe anyway. All right, I've just got to jump in here and say something. So if you look at this license plate here, you'll notice that it does not, in fact, have any Massachusetts red. In no way does this look like a Massachusetts license plate. However, if we look at someone else's perspective, this is KP's video because he made a video as well. He's a lot more entertaining than I am. But yeah, so from his perspective, you can very clearly see the Massachusetts red. I don't know what's up with that, why it appeared red on his screen and not on mine, but that's my John. Wait, no, I do see what's up. Okay, look at this. So this is KP's perspective of this exact same round. Look at the car's front left tire. It's clearly hidden from whatever that is, like flowers or whatever. Now let me go back to my perspective. You can clearly see the front left tire. We got different camera angles of the exact same round. We got different camera angles. And that made the difference. How does that happen? This might not be. Can't read what that says. That might be an area code, but it's just too faded. Unless it's like a 7 something, but whatever the case, I don't think that's going to be helpful for me. Can we read what this says? I mean, wait, actually, was that area code 701? Is that what that was? Because that would be North Dakota if it is. But this doesn't look enough like North Dakota to me. No, it's way too... No, it's definitely not. Okay, so we see, yeah, front plate there. What is this plate? Dude, where is this? Okay, my first thought when we spawned in was Pacific Northwest. I think that was based on these houses and like it looks like a couple of evergreen trees. But then I spin around and it doesn't look like it at all. Oh no, this is going to be the worst game of my life. Alright, got 50 seconds to think this through because I don't even know where I would put a guess right now because I don't think this is actually Pacific Northwest. Upstate New York, maybe? Is that a 701? If it's... Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this. If it's 701, it would be North Dakota. If it's 707, it would be Georgia. But this doesn't feel like either of those. Oh boy, this is about to be the worst guess of my life. Those trees over there... Maybe Georgia isn't that crazy, actually. But no, because there's front plates. Dude, where is this? The plate kind of looks like Nebraska. But that's not Nebraska. Maybe there's a universe where it's upstate New York. Dude, oh no. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Really? Hold on, no. I have to click on that. Massachusetts has very identifiable license plates. You can very much see red text, and this isn't loading. Okay, let me look at this again. Okay, if I'm looking at that license plate with Massachusetts in mind, I can kind of see a hint of red. Kind of. But not really. Like, I would not have noticed that in the moment. Yeah, dude, I was never getting Massachusetts on this. Never. Okay, I mean, could have been worse, but that was a really bad guess. All right, round 3. Okay, here we go. This is a little bit easier. This is gonna be like Georgia or something. It's very clearly southeast with these trees, and I feel like there might be a meta with like the road lines being like there's kind of a gap between them. I feel like that might be a meta, but I don't know what that is. Yeah, I mean, it feels like Georgia to me. Possibly like Alabama or South Carolina. Ole Miss. Wait, Mississippi? I guess that's a possibility. Like, I shouldn't base that off of that clue alone, but I feel like that's not the craziest thing. I guess near the Mississippi-Alabama border. I think that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll put it more in Alabama as a hedge, even though that the thing very clearly says Ole Miss. Because I just hesitate to say this is Mississippi specifically. It feels a bit further east. I'll put it like Mississippi-Alabama border, I guess. Sure. Okay. Pretty good. So it was Mississippi after all. A bit further north than I would have thought, but, that was a pretty good guess. Better than my first 2 guesses combined. All right. On to round 4. Okay. This is kind of cool. Feels northeast to me. Adopt a highway. I think that's also a meta, like adopt a highway signs, but I do not know what state that would be. Definitely feels northeast to me, like upstate New York. And I might go with that. Is that a sign for... Hold on, let me zoom into New York. Is that a sign for like I-78? Is that what that says? What is that on the stop sign? I've never seen anything like that before. But I don't have much else to work with, so let me tunnel vision on that and see if that's a thing in the New York area. Is there an I-78 around here? Not seeing one. I think I'll put down a marker for now. 79, 76 in Pennsylvania. Oh, 78 in Pennsylvania. See, Pennsylvania is like reasonable enough. Like, I could see that. But I would think it would be further north. Where's the 78 go? It's very possible I'm tunnel visioning on something that's like completely irrelevant. And it's just a total red herring. I don't think I don't want to put it this far south, dude. I might put it in Pennsylvania anyway, just to hedge between... Oh boy. Those aren't Wisconsin stickers, are they? No. This feels more north to me. You know what? I think I'm just going to put it there. It was New York. Okay, so what was that I-78 thing? That kind of threw me off. I blame that. But I mean, it's not the worst guess in the world. All right. Final round. Welcome to Kansas. All right, which direction is this? We're going west, entering Kansas. Near the 36. Find 36. Okay, so we should be around here somewhere, right? In theory. Do we have street names? Roseport. So wait, which side? Oh yeah, we're on the Kansas side. Are we just like right here then? Right? I think that looks right. I've got a minute and 20 seconds, so I can just kind of... I can take my time on this, just to make sure that this is correct. But yeah, Kansas border. So a little bridge. That should be the 36 right there, and we're right to the north of it. Yeah, sweet. Cool. Okay, so, that last guess kind of salvaged my score. What's my final score here? 16.9. That's not great, Bob. Where do I rank relative to the rest of the league? 16th out of 33. That's pretty mid. All right, here are the week 1 results. I am recording this well after the fact because, the doc wasn't set up in time for me to do this in the moment. So, round 1, the main one. How many people actually got main correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people got main. Fair amount of people in Northeast, but yeah, it makes sense that it would be spread across everywhere. Round 2. Yes. The Massachusetts license plate that was in fact, I just don't understand how 2 people can get the same round, same spot. It's not like, oh, this person spawned, a whole, step in this direction. No, it was, the exact same spot, just a slightly different camera angle. I don't understand how that happens, but the slightly different camera angle, I'm sorry. If I saw that red on the license plate, I would have gone Massachusetts 10 times out of 10. And I assume a good number of people went Massachusetts seeing that red. But what are you going to do about it? Round 3. Yeah, the little Ole Miss thing certainly helped. Yeah, a lot of people got Mississippi. Most people getting the whole southern thing. Round 4. Upstate New York. Right, so how many people were on I-78? I don't understand what was up with the I-78 thing. There's 2, maybe 3 people. That's not nearly as many as I would have expected. I don't really understand what that was. But it very clearly looked like it said I-78 on it, so kind of hedged between where I thought it actually was and where the highway was. And round 5. Oh yeah, the Welcome to Kansas thing. How many 5Ks do we have here? Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We're going to say 23, 24. Out of how many people? 34. And as for the week 1 results, one of our guys didn't play, but even if he did, we lost by 30k anyway, so even a perfect game would not have won us the week, so, we're kind of starting in a hole here. I love seeing this string of yellow here. So much yellow. So many perfect scores on round 5. But yeah, so we really are starting in a hole here. Yeah, like I said, it's a long season. It's actually not that long of a season, it's only 5 weeks, but what else do I usually ramble about? Oh yeah, there's a whole minor leagues now. That's another thing that happened. There's minor league now. So here's the week 1 minor league results. Technically, it's not the same team names. It's not Wisconsin. It's not Mile High. It's not Colorado. It's like Mile High's minor league team is the Salt Lake Surveyors or something like that. For the sake of my own convenience, I'm just using the same regular acronyms as the major league team. Right, so our minor league team lost 2, so that's the thing. But points-wise, it wasn't that bad. Finishing 4th out of 8, that's, fine. And only a few thousand off of number 1. Yeah, so that's the thing. We've got major... Oh, that's spoilers for week 2. We've got majors and minors leaderboards. And after week 1, Obsidian Guy is leading the minor leagues in points, and he's already been promoted to the active roster in the main league. So that's the first promotion of minor league to major league. And yeah, after putting up the top score in the entire minor league, it kind of made sense. And after we had a guy who didn't play in week 1 in the major league... But, All right, I've rambled enough. See y'all next week.